Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Machete Mondays. Today we have the Marbles Parang. It's a 20-inch knife overall, and we've got a good bit of brush. Look, last night I spent probably about 20 minutes with a file and then a stone, and I even got a little fancy with this thing and I put a snap on it because that Velcro just wasn't really doing anything. And if you got all this rubbing noise, it's gonna be my microphone. But this knife is sharp, buddy. It is as sharp as it can be. All right, one thing, it goes in backwards, right? I guess that's not so bad, right? Well, it's supposed to go in like that. So the way it comes out is blade out. All right, whatever. Let's put a glove on. Let's put two gloves on because this stuff is nice and pokey. And just have at it. Let's see where we're going to start with this nastiness. Let's just get in there. So it's a different blade geometry than I'm used to, so I'm not going to be too hard on it. It's also shorter than what I'm used to, and this is probably stuff that you would want. Well, I'm not even going to say probably. This is definitely some stuff that you would want a long machete for. Hell, I'd even want a brush axe. But with that edge, it is slicing through like butter. These short machetes, well, I'll just say parang. These parangs can be a bit dangerous when you're using them for stuff like this because you have a little bit more, well, your edge is lower down than your hand. And if you caught yourself in the leg right there, that would mess up your weekend, buddy. Yeah, it cuts well. I expected it to cut well. How bad is that microphone rubbing on y'all? What we have here is a young Southern Magnolia that the loggers decided was just in the way. Yeah, so they just mowed right over this thing and they left us some hardwood to cut on. I'm not really all that mad about the handle. I said in the initial review that it leaves a little to be desired, but it's one of those handles that kind of just lets you figure it out. And y'all can see I'm kind of just locking in right in the back here. I think if I were to do anything to this handle, it would be maybe narrow it up here by you even call that the ricasso, narrow it up back here where the blade meets the handle. And I would probably leave all that happening right there, because that's really where my hand is settling in. All right, so now that was about 1.5 inch piece. Moving on down here, we got about a 2-inch piece. It's got a lot of beef in it. Beef in that blade. Because, I mean, what is that? 3.5 inches wide? Yeah. You could get some firewood processed with this thing. You want to move on to an even bigger piece? Some longleaf pine. Yeah, buddy, that's a sharp knife. We don't have any edge deformation. Magnolia is a hardwood. It's a softer hardwood, but it's a hardwood. We don't have any rolling, any chipping, any glinting, and we are still straight as an arrow. Yeah, let's find something harder. In my experience, which is not all that much, but I am 40 years old. I've been around the block a couple times. You can't find fat wood that gets much harder than the absolute bottom. This is the trunk. It's part of the trunk where they've ripped it out. And if that isn't hard enough, I ripped this off of a stump. You can see it's still got ants on it, but you can see all the resin. You see that just kind of blowing up like stone right there. Yeah, so if this isn't hard enough, we'll just get to the nasty stuff. Man, that thing really bites in there. Edge is still good. This isn't all that hard. It's hard, but it ain't that hard. Now this stuff, I'm actually a little bit worried. So let's take a look. Let's let you guys look at what our edge looks like. Right now you don't see any glinting, any rolling. We are in good condition. All right, so let's just get it. Ooh, yeah. See how sappy that blade just got? Oh. I want you to be a good blade. Been talking good about you. Yeah. Look at that resiny stuff. Smells good. Split a couple more pieces off. Let's just see if it can take a beating. How about that? And this is how Solo lost his parang. Get it, girl. All right, we're gonna beat this thing through with something. What are we gonna beat this thing through with? I don't think we can beat it through. All right, she's well and stuck. Now she's out. Okay. We are still straight. Our handle is still on. But the big question is, we're good. We are absolutely good. Man, I'm taking some of this stuff home. That's some good fat wood, boy. That surprised me, honestly. I wouldn't expect a machete to take a beating like that. Yeah, man, Marbles made in El Salvador. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up, Marbles. It's a good little knife. All right, my seal of approval. Thanks for coming by.
Ain't no need to write a song.